Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome to Blue Mountain Valley. Hey, Raw, you were here before I was. How you doing, my friend? So, Blue Mountain Valley. Wow, bit cloudy. I love the sort of mist through the trees. It looks really good. So this is Blue Mountain Valley. Not one of the most recent new mod maps, but a relatively recent new mod map. Can you hear me all right? Oh yeah, I can hear me, so that's good. Yeah, so we're starting at the farmhouse. Let's take a quick look around. As usual, we've got lots of new mods to play with, and on this map there's a lot of things to do. So we can have a busy day. Technically this isn't the first day. Technically this is actually day 2 for a reason I'll talk about in a minute. So this is the map. This is the farm. We're on new farmer mode. I've inputted a load of money, bought some extra fields. You start with these 4, I think, when you start 9, 10, 4 and 5. I'm pretty sure, because I'm not sure otherwise why I would have bought field 9. But we've also bought some fields to play on, so we've got field 30 and fields 22, and this little group down here, which we'll talk about in a minute. It's an interesting map. Nice, thanks Raw. A little bit different to a lot of the ones that we've seen recently. Lots of open grass areas. We're up in the sort of hilly bit up here, but there's some quite flat land down here near the river, which is where a lot of the sell points are. We'll try and get around a little bit. Unusually for recent maps, I don't think I've seen one tarmac road. It's all sort of mud tracks. They're all sort of quite convoluted and floating in and out and around the place. Which is just a bit different. It's not right or wrong, it's just different. I like it. I'm actually quite taken by this. It's just a little bit more, I suppose, playful, slightly less realistic, which in some ways, you know, it's just a little bit different, isn't it? Couple of things you'll see if you look. We've got 2 fruit type lists because we have got red and white grapes, so they've added those in. Hey BK, how you doing? They've added those in, which is nice because I think there's only one other map, I think, and I haven't played with those yet, which is another good reason for me wanting to do this map particularly. And a few other bits and dabs in here as well. There's a few sell points, nothing major, but you know, the usual spread. There's a few that take all the crops, so that's quite nice. Ooh, biogas. I haven't bought the biogas plant, so guess we should do that. Yeah, so there's 2 places that will take your grapes, which is quite handy. I bought the grape fields, so you start with 4 planted grape fields and they're all ready to harvest, and you can use, and they are recommended mods. Obviously it recommends the grape harvester, the grape trailer, and also the modded grape planter, which we've also got, so you can plant up any of the other fields to take grapes. Maybe we'll have a look at that. Contracts are here. I haven't sorted out anything about animals. We may or may not get around to doing that. There's going to be quite a bit to do. The other reason there's quite a bit to do is that the modder has put in SnowRunner style. Why? What have I done? The modder has put in a number of modded vehicles as well, which also has given us plenty to do. And actually, we should probably crack on with that, because the reason we're on day 2. And I have to say, I find the map immensely disorientating. Which way are we going? This way, over the rocks. So you'll see it's quite open but undulating. A couple of bunker silos there. This looks like cows to me. Cows or pigs? Can't even see. Where are we? Ugh, too small. Eyesight's going. Cows, yeah. So what we got? Cows, horses. I haven't really looked at the animals actually yet. Yeah, pigs are up here, sheep are here. So they're all around the map, around the yard, but they're all sort of spread a little bit, which again is quite nice. They're not square, they're not, you know, it's just a bit different. So again, keeping that on, we'll just take a wander. It's a nice cow pasture actually. It's quite good, quite big, not square. Jump over the fence, as one might do. Where did I'm going crazy now. I'm trying to think where I put stuff. Nope. Okay. I'm going the wrong way. You see the confusion? It's a lovely environment though, all the mountains around. guess maybe that's Blue Mountain, if we're in Blue Mountain Valley. So it's very open, there's lots of sort of grass, so you know, you've got plenty of scope to expand your fields if you wanted to. Some are sort of quite interestingly shaped. Yeah, it's quite good. So we'll head up here. This is actually, I'm aiming for field 5, and as you can tell, I totally missed it. Oh, I see. Grief, that far. And here we have a field of potatoes. This is why we're 24 hours late. I came on and there were no potatoes anywhere on the map, so I had to plant a field of potatoes, which is why we did that. So let's jump. Oh look, mods to play with. But first, oh, we got a Segway, we're going on a little tour. Oh, so here's one of our mods. The harvester isn't particularly new, but the header is. So we'll get this going. Ooh, unfold. I haven't used this, and this didn't come out that long ago. It's a modded harvester. I'll put the link in the description a bit later on. But yeah, the header came out just this week. Ooh, that's loud. Ouch. Crikey. That's very loud. So apart from the immense sound of that, that's so noisy. Sounds like it needs some WD-40 or something. But anyway, so there are three headers in the pack. This is the largest of the three. So we've got the biggest combine to go with it, but actually goes quite well. So let's leave work on that, get that running. I did have one more mod to buy actually that I downloaded sort of last minute. I wasn't going to, but I thought, well, we should do really. So we've got this, the homemade small trailer. So let's have a look at that. 2.5, 2.5, 2. Okay, that's it. Rim colours, ooh, all a bit grey and flat. Orange, that's orange. Ooh, that's horrid. Okay, let's go something a bit more likely. Right, that's better. No, will you stop it? Right, it's one of those. It's one of those clever ones. Okay, that's interesting. So the only way I can get back up to the top is by changing the thing. What did that change? Let's make it something a bit more outlandish. Oh, it did change that. Okay. Green. Nice. Lots of greens. Actually, that looks better. Okay, fair enough. We can go with that. Right. Let's lease it. I quite like the wood effect on the back of the side there. It's quite cool. Bit of knotty pine. Combine or header what? The noise seems to be the header, or at least it's when you switch it on it gets really loud. Or in terms of, hello madam, in terms of the 3 sizes, actually both. So the header pack came with 3 headers, so we can take a quick look actually. The header pack came with 3 headers. These ones, a 14 foot, an 18 foot and a 20 foot. We've got the 20 foot, and actually there are combines to match. There's only one combine, but you can get it in a number of flavours. So there's the little ones, the 2144 with an extension, the 2166 with an extension, and the 2188 with an extension. I got it without the extension, but I got the 2188, which is the one recommended for the bigger header. So that was it. Simples. Okay. So that's task 1. So jumping around, oh, we better get this going. Look, so we've got red grape seedlings in our grape planter. What I've done this week, unusually, it was noisy, it's very noisy. Yeah, the only way we could check that is actually by putting a different header on it and see if it still makes the same noise. So yeah, we got red grapes, so we'll just lower that down. Switch it on. I've no idea how far these go. Never tried planting grapes before. Let's put a worker on it. Got a better chance of getting a straight line. Oh, there we go. Look, there they go. Slightly off centre, but all right. I've no clue how long they might take to sorry, I don't want to do that. Yeah, how long they might take to grow actually. I'd assume probably like sugarcane and poplars, they're probably relatively slow growing, but so I'm not expecting great things of those today, and that's going to be a very big field of grapes by the time it's growing. Well, that's good, so we'll leave that going until it gets on. The Puma is one of the start equipment. What I've done this week for a change is actually I've left all the starting equipment, which is extensive on this map, and then of course I've added in all the modded stuff that I'm using. So yeah, interesting that so I'm using some of the equipment I'm using is stuff that was on the map to start with, not necessarily stuff that I've added in later. So what we'll do at the end, just to get the slot count numbers right, which if Tits joins she'll ask anyway, was to leave that so that we can return all the leased equipment. I bought one thing. Return all the leased equipment and everything else, and see how many slots we've got with the starting equipment, and then we'll get rid of that one. Let's see how many slots there are with just the you know, when you've got rid of just the map with all the buildings. And we'll do that at the end. Ooh, I'm getting static on my sound. I'm hoping that's not coming through to you guys. Right, better do some harvesting then if we're seeding. So actually no, the other thing I was going to do somewhere, where is it? Ooh, well, yeah, where is it? Ah, here it is. So this is also modded, and in the map, is that static? You getting that static? Because I've just lost sound completely through my... Okay, now it's better. It's calmed down. Is a number of forage harvesters, and I saw these and I thought, well, that's weird. I'm sure I haven't got a forage harvester mod. These are in the map. Now, I'm not sure what it means by dual trailer, but what I did find was that I'd managed to connect it to a Krone forage trailer that you wouldn't normally be able to connect these to. So the modder of the map miraculously has made it possible to connect trailers to a forage harvester, which is a bit cool. Did that? Whatever. Hang on. So that just fold harvester. Is that normal? Does it always do that? I'm not sure I've used this one in game yet. Anyway, either way. What's that say? That's 16, hire a worker. Nope. 18. Gotcha. So yeah, so I thought that was worth raising as well. So if you want to do a bit of foraging, you've got a better selection of trailers without having to use some of the workarounds that are available to do that. So that's quite nice. Krone forage harvester with a Krone trailer. I like that. I mean, the trailer itself is just the base one. The mod is just the harvester. I'm assuming that's what it meant by dual trailer. I don't know. It's only on 3 of them, but either way, I suppose he's just taken the base game ones and modded them. It's fine. So that's good. I like that. So we'll leave him running. Right. No, not yet. No, actually we could get this going. So this is one of the, while we're on talking about modded vehicles, maybe that's what it is, and it allows you to connect to more trailers. Yeah, could be. Good shout, Roll. So, oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to do, sorry. We'll look in here, because the other thing that the modder has done for the map, and I can't remember who it was, but it will be in the details, is put in a modded sugar beet harvester and an update to the Veritron Platinum TerraTrac. So the modded beet harvester actually allows you to harvest potatoes with it, and has a capacity of, does that really say 150,000 litres? It doesn't. Wow, okay. And there's a modded potato harvester with a capacity of 50,000 litres. So quite handy. And of course, to go with the modded beet harvester is a modded beet header, probably then under potato technology, which allows you to harvest potatoes with it. So it looks like, looking at that, actually you'd need a separate header for beet and potatoes, but I've got, and also it comes in a range of natty colours, so I've got it in a rather nice looking metallic red here. Ooh, and some interesting camera angles, which doesn't appear to include an internal one. That's a bit weird. Okay, anyway, right, how do we get out of here? So let's go this way. We'll try and navigate the roads a wee bit. What, dual trailer? Interesting, okay. Yeah, that must be it then. It's funny that they're not like that on console by default. But anyway, so I'm hoping, I mean there's some great ideas in some of these. So one would rather hope that perhaps at some point the you know, we'll get these released as individual mods, because they work really well and they're just the kind of thing that we what's that? Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they're just the kind of thing that we could do with. So the beauty of this, of course, is this is a 5.4 meter header as opposed to the standard potato header, which is ludicrously narrow. And of course, you've got a modded harvester, which has a much bigger capacity. And I have no clue whether I'm going to the field or not. Oh yeah, not bad. We're in roughly the right direction. Gives us a chance to see a bit of the map. Might have to cut across country at some point. It's a cool idea. And it's nice, it'd be nice for us to get some of this more cheaty stuff. You have to go a bit around the houses. Actually, I'm wondering now if I've really gone the right way. Maybe not. It would take a little bit of getting used to the all the tracks are a little bit au naturel, so they do wind and weft a little bit all over the place. I think we might just head up the green stuff. Let's go up here, off-road. Let's see how this baby handles. But as you can see, it's quite a lot of grass area, which of course you can buy as well. I bought a bit already because we've got some grass work to do. But also gives you option to put your own tracks in and whatever else. So you know, gives a lot of flexibility to the map, it's for sure. Right, so we just need to head around. Hang on, I'm getting confused now. Right, no, this one. Keep going round. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the map, I'm just finding it a real struggle to sort of fathom it out in terms of the map and learn my way around a little bit. It's a very pretty shiny red. Kind of do with a bit of muck on it. It's a little bit too shiny if anything, but we had to try it, you know. Right, it's unfold in preparation. Which way's my field going? It's a nice long field actually. It would be a pretty good field for the standard potato harvester. Just because that benefits from long straight fields. It's not easy thing. Right, let's get it going, see how this does. We are harvesting potatoes en masse. A new thing for console. Yeah, so it is 150,000 litre capacity. That's nuts. Should be able to take the entire field all in one go. So let's leave a worker to it and see how he gets on. Again, it'd be nice if that came out on its own. That gives us a good chance to sort of zoom out and see the lay of the land a little bit. There's the cow pasture just up there. I think that one's the pigs over there, right? Yep, pretty sure. I'll have a look around the yard at some point. We'll just get some of these jobs started. So yeah, the fields that are in, I said a lot of them are quite square, but there are some that are slightly unusual shapes. But again, like I said, you've got plenty of scope to connect some of these together. There's you know, large chunks of grass in between. That may or may not be your things. Lots of trees over there, but you know, you've got a bit of that flexibility to do whatever you like with it, really. Right, I'll come back to that in a bit. We'll come back to that in a bit. Let's do these grapes. Right, so I've not used this before. Obviously I tested it a little bit just to start with, but that says fold harvester. Chances are it's still unfolded, so that's okay. We'll turn it on. Ooh, pipe out. What does that do? Ah, it just tips it, so let's not do that. But I've got the trailers, 2 of them standing by. I've no idea what kind of yield we'll get, so we'll give that a go. Right, let's try it. Turn it on. Probably want to... Haha! No idea how accurate you need to be in terms of your straight lines. It's a pretty cool system, I have to say. It's pretty clever. I did see it come out on Ischia. Never got around to trying it. So this seems like a great map to do. Hey Titch! How's it going? So we've got 3 of these. These are the white grape fields, obviously, because you know they've got white grapes on them. That one just in front of us is the red grape field. As we get a little bit closer, you can see. But yeah, so these come as started. But as I say, you can get that planter and plant your own up. We'll see how he's getting on in a minute. You need headphones, or I need headphones? Switch off a sec. Right, let's see how this baby handles. Oh, that's a pretty tight turning circle. Stops quite quick, maybe a little bit too quick. There we go, switch it on. It's a very nice animation, I have to say. This is pretty good. Bringing a brand new crop onto console. I think they've done a really good job. So how are we doing? Nearly 1500 litres already, so we're going to get a fair bit off here. As what? Yeah, this is on console, but this is only on this map, right? So, wait, not only on this map actually, it's on this map and Ischia. So it came out on Ischia, but the modders put it into this map as well, Blue Mountain. The harvester, those trailers that are on the back of the New Holland there, and a modded planter, are separate mods that you have to download. So I downloaded those as well, so we got them, but I think this is great. It's just something a bit different. And it'd be nice, you know, it'd be great if some of this stuff came out. I mean, I suppose having the grapes as a thing you can, you know, put in your own maps is something a bit more challenging. I don't know if that'd be able to be done, but certainly the equipment you can have separately. So oh, missed some. Need to be quite accurate than it looks like. Yeah, and we'll go back. You just missed it. I've just been starting my potato harvest with my 150,000 litre sugar beet harvester and a 5.4 metre header. I mean, that's the only way to do potatoes, really, isn't it? And also a mod, so there's quite a few different things that the map creators added into the map. So this is one of them. There's a modded sugar beet harvester and header, and a modded potato harvester with the 50,000 litre tank, the big Varitron or whatever it's called, Trac, and modded header to go with it. And also 3 updated forage harvesters which allow you to attach any trailer. Well, I say any trailer, that's a bit of a sweeping generalization assumption because I haven't tried it with any trailer, but at the moment I have got, probably for the first time ever, a Krone forage harvester with a Krone forage trailer on the back, which I've never been able to do. And as Raw very conveniently points out, actually we'll just take a quick look at that. In fact, if I put a worker on this, because I think you can run a worker on this, we can take a quick look. So if we go to forage harvesters, yeah, dual trailer. So as Raw points out, probably means it's got dual hitch on the back and actually allows you to attach a better selection of trailers. So we'll leave that. We'll jump to that actually. It's probably already full, I would imagine. He's already full, so let's get rid of him in a minute. He's planting up my grapes. Oh, I'm doing quite well, so actually should have enough to finish that field. Not very straight, those rows, but you know. And then we just, yeah, here we go. So we've got, with no modifications, nothing added, nothing fancy. In fact, I'm going to have a look. It doesn't obviously say, you know, can't obviously see anything different, but it's been modified so that it'll take it. So I've never been able to do that before. I'm sure that's right, that you can't do that otherwise in base game. And so there we go, 55,000 litres of chaff. Yes, the modded one, yes, exactly. But this is a modded version of the in-game, so that's the thing. So there are 3 in-game, base game forage harvesters, and he's then taken those and added the ability to attach trailers, which is cool. So if we get a chance, we'll go put those in one of the silos a bit later on. Right, we could, oh no, sorry, as I switch the engine off. Where's our grape? Oh, he stopped. Oh, so you can use a worker, but he'll only get to the end of the row and then he'll stop. Oh well, fine. Oh, now he's switched on but not harvesting. So what did the worker do that now it's not working? Let's have a look. Ooh, lower harvester. Okay. Which you'd think it would do when you switch it on, but alright. Fine. That's better. So we'll do a little bit more of this. Maybe we'll then unload it into one of the trailers. I can't remember what the capacity of them is, and then we can then we'll go do some red grapes too, and we'll put those in the other trailer because I did get 2. You can link them together quite easily. Just because I figured it was worth trying. We do need to have a little run around the map. There's a massive forestry area that I think is worth going to have a look at. Alexander's hovering. This is the map I thought you'd like. We've got a bit of grass work we can play with. We've got a new tractor to play with. I wonder which tractor that might be. Raw. Though it's not without its issues. And we need to take on a fertilising contract. There's tons to do. But we could do a little bit of this. Oh, wrong button, sorry. Does that mean it's... no, it's still lowered. So the worker raised it, but it doesn't raise or lift while you're switching it on and off. And strangely enough, we could check actually when we get to the end of this row. I can't see anything obviously visual that says the harvester is raised or lowered. Which of course, if you're trying to do it without the menu on, is a bit frustrating. But that's quite cool. I kind of like this actually. I'd be quite tempted to play this map if I had time and didn't have so many other maps I'm trying to do, and others that might be on their way. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah, so I've too many maps. I could go nuts. But it's a nice map. I like this. I'm tempted to say I might end up doing 2 days on this rather than just the first day, even though this is day 2. I had to plant the potatoes, Titch. So if I just come out a minute, right, let's switch over to the controller. So I'm going to switch that off because it's noisy. Right. So if I say lift harvester, ooh, imperceptible. Low harvester. Wow, that's like a centimetre height change, literally, right? It basically just dips it forward very, very slightly. Okay, that's a bit challenging, isn't it, really? Alright, we do one more row, whites. Is the map season ready? Oh, you would ask me an awkward question. I don't know, sorry Titch. Not off the top of my head. I don't remember it saying anything in the description, to be fair. So I wouldn't like to be... Did I leave it raised or lowered? No, I left it lowered, good. Yeah, I wouldn't like to say to be sure. But it would look quite nice if it was seasons ready, I have to say. I suppose actually, given it's got the grapes, I could see that being a challenge. Because I don't, mind you, I actually think there is a, actually no, there might be a geo for the Ischia map, so if you use that one you might be alright. And maybe base game seasons it might be alright. But you'd need a geo that allowed grapes. In fact, actually, let's have a quick look. Can we figure that out? I'll come in here, do this, just leave a worker on it, come out to here, go to there, and go here, category. Maps, right? There's a maps category. Yes, map. Ooh, he's sort of turning. Last time he obviously got confused. TNTmodding, Blue Mountain Valley. Doesn't say. So one might assume not. Yep, it says include several mobility pieces of equipment for potato and sugar beet harvesting as well as forage harvesters. Oh, he managed it this time. But he's missed a row. Right. Oh, now he has a full grain tank. Okay, well that's fine then. Haha, look at that. That's so cool. You're not going to empty it there, right? Well, that's a bit weird. Okay. How about then dismiss the worker. Pipe in. Anyone see the pipe in? Isn't that funny? I can't see a pipe in option. Interesting. Why don't I see a pipe option? Anyway. Oh well. Fine. Let's go get the tractor. Sorry. Running through my vines. So yeah, we're down, and this is sort of down in the valley, if you like. Lots of flat, lots of trees, but you know you could clear them out. So I mean, you've got all of this grassland. You could easily take some of these trees out, start ploughing it up, or use it for just pasture, or place more animal areas, or whatever. You know, I mean the scope for actually doing a bit of what you like, but having a preset farm all set up already with quite a few fields is pretty good actually. Right, let's have a look and see. It would be helpful if we could see that. Is that going to fit in there? Okay. Ah, there's no collision on it. That's alright then. Hey, we have white grape. Ah, okay, interesting. So there we go. That's 8,000 litres of white grape. Surely I'll now get an option to lower the pipe, right? No. Okay, that's a bit weird. Pipe in. There we go. You have to lower it first before you can... That's really odd. Okay, fine. And let's get some red grapes. I like this. This is fun. Join that. Did I lower it or raise it? It was raised. It's just that tiny little imperceptible change of no, it wasn't. It wasn't raised. It wasn't lowered, rather. Just back up. Wreck all the vines. Let's try that again. There we go. There they are, the little grapes, just starting to appear in there. Right, leave them to it for a second. Sorry. So yeah, you missed it, Titch. So I've left all the starting equipment in so that we can, when we're done, we'll get rid of all the stuff that I've leased or bought and see what base game looks like with equipment, and then we can get rid of all that equipment and see what it's like without. And somewhere should be... Oh, did I just see the indicator on? How did I do that? There we go. There is our potato harvester in a fabulous red. Looking amazing, darling. Actually does, it looks really good. Currently with 86,000 litres of potatoes in it. That's just ludicrous. I do potatoes more often if we have one of these on all the maps. That's just nuts. This has 150,000 litre capacity. It's crazy. It's going to do this whole field in one sitting. That's just awesome. Boss indeed. And actually, because you missed it, sorry everybody else. Yeah, there's the Grimmy, the Veritron, with a 50,000 litre capacity, which is still pretty good. But except, of course, that's only got a 3 metre header. This baby has the 5.4 metre beat header in it, and 3 times the tank capacity. It's just immense. And it's a fabulous red. This is a fun. It's just a fun map. I mean, you just put loads of fun stuff in that you can just do silly things. It's a fun map. But yeah, there's a fair number of fields. So what else we got going on? Right. So, so there's my red grapes going okay. Where was the forage harvester? Isn't that supposed to be up here somewhere? Oh, yeah, there he is. So we could go and empty that trailer at some point. Oh yeah, down here. So actually I keep jumping to the vehicle and we're ignoring it and not talking about it. So, nope, this one. So this is fun. So we've got a new trailer with these 2 tanks on, and here a modded sprayer. That's a new harvester. Which is the new harvester? Did I just jump through the harvester? Ooh. Oh, he's doing the usual worker thing. Interesting enough though, although he's just randomly driving through the field, although the thing's not going through the grapes, he is actually still harvesting them. Okay, that's a bit odd. Well, at least it's working, though he's missed some there, look. Yeah, so it's not a reliable thing to do with workers, but it sort of works. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I did that. And he's gone, oh, but there's no grapes here. Go figure. There we go. What was I doing? You're right, there is a new harvester. It is, sorry, jumping through here. Yes, it's the harvester's not that new. What's new is the headers. I think they had an update this week, so I found the mod harvester that goes with it. It's quite a nice harvester actually. I quite like it. If you like case, it's a quite old case. I need to get a trailer in a minute. We'll get him emptied. It's very, very loud. Anyway, oh, let's take a little trip. We'll come back and look at some of this stuff. I may not have time to play with all of it, but we'll have a look at it if nothing else. We should do a map tour with one of these. It's awesome. Wow, that's some bright light on the front of there. So yes, as I was saying, let's just bring it here. Thank you. Isn't that cool? I love that. I would never use it in one of my maps, I have to say, but for messing around and stuff like this, it's fantastic. The potato one, it's a modded one. Yeah, there's a modded one on the map, as is the sugar beet. So the sugar beet harvester that I was harvesting potatoes with is a modded one that's part of the map, and there's also in the map a modded potato one. I beg your pardon. Yes. So sorry, it's taking a sip of coffee. So the Tatra isn't a mod. This is Space Game Truck. I haven't downloaded a modded truck. But we've got this trailer, which is just awesome. We'll take a quick look at this in store actually as well. I really like this. We'll bring it under our silo, and we'll fill up the first tank. Liquid fertilizer. There you go. So what's that? Wow, that's a 20,000 litre tank. That's awesome. We'll go to this one, fill up that one. Oh, it should take herbicide. Ooh, but it won't. Now, isn't that interesting? Why not? That's slightly disappointing. Oh well, shouldn't need. Oh, it's filled up both at the same time. Right, okay then, yeah, we definitely need to look in store. So we'll go to low loaders. He says. It's not in low loaders. Oh, it's not in low loaders because it's in... Ooh, so where was it then? Oh, it is in miscellaneous, okay. Yeah, so that's the weird thing. So I was kind of assuming, right, so here's the base. It's quite cool, step flex trailer. IBM, who knew IBM made trailers? I thought they made computers. You can have with ramps, which is cool. And then you can have it, so it's one of these magic ones. Ah, yeah, so each tank is only 10,000. Slightly weird then that you can't have two tanks. So tank capacity 10,000 with and without ramps. Tank capacity 20,000 without ramps, with ramps. 25,000, slightly bigger tank at the back, without ramps. Without ramps, with ramps. And then 40,000. So I mean, you can fill the whole thing up with just tanks. But a bit weird then that technically they're separate tanks, but you can't fill them separately. So that's a bit odd, because it should, as you can see there, it should be able to take either fertilizer or herbicide. The Segways, yeah, that would have been cool. So that's a bit odd, but it's a nice enough trailer. Anyway, so let's see, there are contracts on the map. Let's see if we can find ourselves a nice fertilizing contract. Yes, look at that. Field number 26. We will take it. Field number 26 is here. Oh, near our great. Right, okay, so we get to tour a little bit. So we'll take a left, go through the barn, up to Johnson's, up past Johnson's Supply, past the grain mill, and we'll end up at field 26. So let's go take a look. Now then, I'll very carefully extricate myself from here so that I don't knock the sprayer off the back of the lorry. But I mean, if you want to do serious fertilizing, I haven't filled the fertilizer, by the way. I thought we'd leave it. So I've got to take a left. I'm not going to go crazy with speed. The thing just fits. It's hanging on for dear life, and I don't know how locked in it is, so I guess we'll find out. Here's the barn. It's very similar to the one at on Ravenport. In fact, a lot of the sort of base stuff is, so the house is from Ravenport and all this sort of stuff. That looks to me like a wood cell point trigger, but and it certainly looks like it because there is lumber over there. But I don't think it's marked. It's not marked on the map because there's a sawmill over here. Actually, does it say Johnson Supply? Right. This one. Doesn't say it takes wood. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. You're right. I beg your pardon. We're at the barn, aren't we? Good point. See, it's sometimes useful having an Alexander about. Actually, there's nothing on there that says it takes wood chip, which is very strange. We haven't bought the sawmill yet. Maybe that's why, but that would be weird. And the sawmill is there. There is nothing that suggests wood chip or wood. That's a bit strange. Anyway, carrying on. So there's the barn anyway, it's just behind us. There's the barn cell point. But that does look like a wood cell point to me. And I'm pretty sure, from vague memory, that there was a wood chip cell point at the barn in that exact configuration on Ravenport. That's a bit tricky to get through there, isn't it? So we'll come out of here. It's quite nice, all this sort of open parkland with lots of trees. I mean, if you wanted to come and take some of these trees out, some of them you'd have to do manually because they're not all pine trees. So you wouldn't be able to use a tree harvester, but you know, chuck it through a wood chipper or something if you wanted to. So this was Johnson Supply, correct? Yes. Let's have a quick look then. Yeah, it looks a bit like one of the grain sell points on, again, on Ravenport or Felsbrunn, one or the other. In fact, there is, because I remember there being something hidden beyond these, which you can't get in here, which is a bit weird. But there you go. Quite nice. The building over here doesn't seem to have function, but decoration.
Daddy, it's so strange that those mountains look like they're actually on the map. They're not.
It's a very clever way to do the edge of a map. And over there as well, I mean, there's mountains on the other side. It's quite nice. There's no obvious, you know, there's plenty of scenery around the edges of the map. It's always good to put the beacons on, really. Not that there's massive traffic. I'm assuming there is no traffic. We're going to go over that bridge in a little while, because that goes over to the forestry, which you can see is extensive. Hey Zeke. Yeah, not too bad actually, thank you. Day off today, it's a national holiday. Woohoo! We're going away tomorrow, so we've all been at home for the day. I've rinsed off the car and got a few bits ready and done a bit of admin. And hang on, where are we going? We were going to, what field? Field 26. Okay, so here's the grain mill, so we'll just stop here a second. So another sell point. Just up into the mountains, raw, bit of a Halloween thing, fun stuff for the kids, overnight camping, come back in time to get my daughter to Stringbrew the next day. So there's the sell point, grain mill, and that's of course after we've picked her up from karate tomorrow morning. Oh, it's nothing like a nice quiet relaxing weekend, is there?
Nope.
How you doing, Zeke? No, can't climb the ladder, shame. Oh, hang on, so which is the sell point? Oh, interesting. So that is the sell point. So the sell point is the one behind, not this one here. Interesting. And that again is from Ravenport. Marshmallows. Good point. Yeah, I never thought about that. They might be providing them, to be honest. It's all an organised thing. I don't know. They're providing food. Huh? Right, field 26, here we are.
Kind of marshmallows in Minecraft.
See our great fields in the distance? I'll just park up here. Turn the beacons off. Right, unfold the trailer. So, I think that slipped ever so slightly, but given that it's barely on, I mean I was taking it pretty steady, let's face it, but I think that's been slightly more successful than the low loaders we had last week. So here we are, the Lizard 4530, and straight away we fall off, but there you go. It's not particularly wide, it has to be said. It was a bit of a squeeze getting it on there. Yes, success, we can fill it up. Oh, nice. 4,500 litre capacity. So there's plenty left in our tanks on our trailer. Let's unfold. So what's the... Actually, we just get in the garage to see it, can't we? Leased items. What's the working width? Whoa, 42 metres. 35 slots though. Quite significant.
Huge.
Oh my god, it's massive. And you could almost do the whole field with it. Good grief. That's nuts. And good working speed too, 30 kilometers an hour. But yeah, quite heavy on the old slot count, but yeah, good job.
Whoa, that's huge.
Certainly going to make pretty light work of this fertilising contract, that's for sure.
You see how much we've already complete.
God, it's barely used any. You'd have to be a little bit careful how you manoeuvre, wouldn't you?
Daddy, we're probably going to be able to finish this thing in like
Not
3 goes.
quite going to do it in 2 passes, but not far off.
Oh wow.
There's no point in worrying too much about a bit of overlap because we're not quite going to do it all in one go. But yeah, if you can afford the slots, it's quite a nice little sprayer. There's no options. I don't think there are any colour options anyway. I mean, it's a relatively small tank, but its usage is pretty low, so I don't think that's a major issue. And if you use it with the in conjunction with this trailer, well, you're sorted, aren't you, really? There we go. Let's just finish it off. Right in the foothills here, look, right under the edge of the mountain. Hey Missy B, how are you? There we go, contract's finished, but you know what, I'll never do a half measure on a job. There we go, done. Let's fold the beast away. God, that is huge. Crazy. Crazy. I'd say for some, no disrespect, but for such a high slot count, it's a bit basic in the interior, but it sure as heck does the job. And the exterior looks alright. Nice animation, folding it all up. Right, now the interesting thing will be, can I get it back onto the back of the trailer? Also, what's quite nice about this trailer is once you bought it, I mean this is leased, so I can't change it now, I've got it. Once you bought it, you can of course modify it to your purposes. So if you wanted it just for bales or something, or you know, pallets with a telehandler or a wheel loader or a forklift or skid steer or whatever, then that's fine, you can do that. You can put your tanks on when you're doing your... That's very cool, if a little precarious. Mind you, of course, you could always use the strap over points from the BSM trailer, place those nicely. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Place those nicely on the top and strap it, and you'd be fine. But it seems fairly sturdy. Fold that away. Yeah, so just a little bit odd that if you've got 2 tanks, you don't seem to be able to fill them separately. I find that a bit weird. So yeah, maybe if we get time, we'll have a little play with that, and see if different configurations may allow something else. But it's certainly an interesting. I do like the trailer though. The multifunction of it is pretty cool. Nice. Right. What next? Yep, I'll come and sort you out later. Oh wow, we actually managed to do the whole field, and there's still some saplings left. That's pretty decent. So let's get him out the way and see. I don't know how quickly they'll grow. We're at ×5. We are on fast growth, I think, because I wanted those potatoes grown. So how's our worker doing? So does that mean he's full? Not sure. Sorry, what's that rule? Is that map vehicle or separate? You mean the trailer or the sprayer? And actually, it doesn't matter. The answer to both is they're separate. So they were in this week's mods. They came out either yesterday or the day before. No, not quite full, but never mind. Yeah, worker's done a pretty poor job, has to be said. So best results for your grapes is to do it yourself, without a doubt. But you know, you could leave it. If you were busy, you could leave a worker to do at least some of it. Pipe out, tip out the grapes. It's really, the graphics are really good. They look really good in there. They look a little more like cranberries than grapes, but still, I think that's pretty cool. So we have grapes to sell.
Oh, you're still seeing the red grapes now.
Hey Tiny, how are you? Sorry Alexander?
The red grapes.
That's the red grapes.
You can tell
Ooh,
them.
why so slow? What's it struggling with? Oh no, it's alright. Just didn't like me steering too hard.
I know.
Right, if I put a worker on that now, slightly weirdly doing it, sort of. Gets mucky, that. It's a good thing though. I like. This is fun. Okay, what else we got? Well, we could use this next actually, because we've got some of this field harvested. So, raw, just for you, look, the CLAAS Xerion's saddle track. It has been noted it has a few issues. It's a great tractor though. I really like it as a tractor. Good to hear, Tiny. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a little while. So yeah, so we've got the Zune hammer. Then we're just gonna have a quick look at this actually. I think so. The tractors here, big tractors, large tractors. You know what I mean? There it is. Quite a few options. We've got it with the saddle track setup, so I haven't got the weight on it. I've got a front attacher on. That's about it really. I've left it in. Lots of wheel options, quite cool. Slight snags we'll look at in a minute, but as a tractor I think it's awesome. But comes with a couple of little add-ons for the back. One of them is this one. There's this Zune hammer slurry tank, which interestingly enough it actually doesn't say what its capacity is. I mean, it says 15,000 on the side, so presumably it's 50, but actually it doesn't say in the store either, which I wonder is why it doesn't then fill up properly. And there's a pump at the front, which for our purposes as on console appears to be, it doesn't appear to have function. So I have put, the other thing we've got, which I think is under miscellaneous, yep, here it is this, and we'll talk about that in a moment. I hadn't realised when I was getting mine yesterday that actually you've got quite a few logos you can put on the side, which is quite cool. That apparently takes fertiliser seed and lime. We'll talk about that in a second. This one is the Zune hammer. So I have filled this up from the Buy Anything sell point. I don't know how much I filled it up. Yeah, that's why I thought Missy B, and I think therefore on console for us, apart from looking cool, because you know you could, if I just switch to a second, you could extend it out and presumably somehow lower it down. I can't remember how it works. There is a way it does it. Hang on, let's bring this up a sec. And you can even turn it on, which is fascinating, but of course it doesn't actually do anything. Where is the thing? So right side to side, that up and down. Is there no... oh, interesting, but there's, so you can't sort of lean it forward either, which seems a bit weird. But anyway, so that's that. When it looks good, I suppose if you were taking it from a, you know, a tanker or something, then you'd be fine. Yeah, well, exactly. Which one are you talking about? Touch on slots. So the spray is 35. The tractor is now kind of hard to tell because I've got 2 already. Each subsequent one, therefore, is 2. So we'll figure that out a bit later on. The tanks, again, I've already got them, so it's kind of hard to tell. But we can check that out as we return them. We'll check on some slot counts. Each additional one is 4 slots, which is pretty high actually. That's 5 slots. Am I supposed to know that? That's not true, sorry. Yeah, I've only got one of those. I've only got one of those actually. Where's the fertiliser one? So I've only got one each of those. So the 2 tanks are 5 slots apiece. No, sorry. The fertiliser tank's 5 slots. The slurry tank is 4 slots. And the pump is 5 slots. I've only got one of each of those. We'll have to check the tractor in a minute. But yeah, so the interesting thing being, I don't know how much slurry I've managed to put into this. If any of you watched Mr. CDP's review, he had a real problem when he put slurry into it, and you can see the tractor's quite heavy at the back. It does drop, but as soon as he put the tank on and then filled it, he couldn't drive over 4 miles an hour. I don't seem to have that problem, which is a bit odd. We'll slow that down, switch it on, and go. So I am slurrying. Oh, it's quite fast. At least I hope I'm slurrying, but it's kind of hard to tell because it looks like it's empty. I don't know. So we'll just get this to the edge, get it nice and straight. We'll put a worker on it, and then let's check on the map fertilization levels. 22. Soil composition. Oh, it's doing its funny thing again. Look, the map's loaded wrong. Anyway, that's interesting. I do get that now and again, but we all know what the colours do, so it's fine. So it is fertilising. It is working. Move to floor down 1 step. Oh, because you've not been well, have you, Tiny? Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting better, mate. Sorry, I'm just catching up now. Yeah, so it's slurrying, but I wonder how long it will keep going for. Could kind of be getting the harvester going. How about we go grab a tractor and a trailer? So all of this stuff is start equipment. We'll take a look at that in the end. There's an immense amount of start equipment on this map. Somewhere is a trailer. And it's all, the start equipment, there's loads of it, and it's all a bit scattered about, so I'm not 100% sure exactly where it is. Sorry, I'm having a balloon thrown in my face. Do you mind? Ooh, there's a hole in the roof. That's not good. Let's see. There's the harvester, seeder and seed tank. Ah, trailer. Here we go. So yeah, you don't have to start off with some equipment on this map. That is for sure. Right, where are we going? Field 22. I'm going to jump back a second. We're going to jump into that, and we're going to stop him a minute. Oh, he's stuck. Oh. Right, let's kill him off. In a nice way. And we'll kill him off too. Again, in a nice way. Right, let's jump back to our tractor. Let's try and figure out... Oh, one other thing. Oh, I had to do this. I don't often, I've only done a few of these. I don't plan to generally put placeables when I'm doing these, but I had to put these on because these are fantastic. If you've not seen these, I think they're great. I mean, you don't see them on many farms, I admit, but you know, that's just a bit different, isn't it, really? There we go. Bit of a little bump. It's not too bad, and actually, considering that's not even flat, I think that's done a pretty decent job of blending. Right, let's take the shortcut. I'll cross the grass. Take the cover off. Ready? Go past our planted vines. Slightly more mountain air grapes. Call that, you know, Chateau Blue Mountain. Oh, that's handy. Look, there's the field. Yeah, it's funny. It reminds me a little bit of Goldcrest Valley, and I don't know why, because Goldcrest Valley didn't have these little brown tracks scattered all over the place. There's just something about, I suppose, it's the openness. There's all these grass areas around the fields. You know, there's no hedges or fences or anything like that. Yeah, it just had this sort of Goldcrest Valley feel to it. I'm just going to randomly destroy some crops, just so we get this harvester unloaded and get him going, and then we can. I just want to see how long it'll keep slurrying for, and whether now it's got some in, it will just keep going, given that it just says 0% and still works. Was it 7,000 litres, I think, capacity? Noisy combine, for those that joined a bit late. Very noisy combine. Combine's not strictly new, but the headers are new, so, or they've been updated, so given we didn't have anything else, I've downloaded the combine to match. Right, there we go. Leave that there. Actually, we haven't checked out our potato harvester for a while. See, noisy combine. Quite a noisy combine. It's quite good. I actually really like this combine as well. I wouldn't say I'm a massive case fan, but I do like it. It's a little old. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all a little bit old. Whoa, and then you do that, and then it gets really loud. But cool enough. So we can jump back to, oh yeah, 132,000 litres of potatoes. So we nearly filled it, but that is impressive. That's very impressive. Is there a good sell point for potatoes? Sorry, I'm now completely distracted. Where can we sell our potatoes? There's lots. Where have we not been yet? Smith Mill. Price is actually the best price too. There's a bonus. So let's go there. Smith Mill is quite a distance away, so I'll have to loop round the farm. Well, let's just take a tour then in that case. We'll take a tour, we'll take this road up, all the way down, and end up back. Let's do that. See a bit of the map. I know, right? It's amazing. It seriously would encourage me to do potatoes way more often. I'm already lost. Have I taken the wrong way? Yeah, I did. Because I was supposed to go this way. But we've already checked out its excellent off-road capabilities, so it's fine. Yeah, the harvester tiny is a modded version of the in-game sugar beet harvester with a modded header. So you can basically harvest potatoes with a sugar beet header at 5.4 meters wide, and actually the capacity of the harvest has been increased to 150,000 litres, and it's in a rather nice pretty red. There is also on the map, and it is in the map, right? It's not a separate mod yet, hopefully, you never know. There is also a modded version of the Veritron which has a 50,000 litre capacity, which in itself is quite useful, but of course it only has a 3 metre header. So having the extra width of the header is astounding. I mean, an entire field of potatoes in one harvest, in one harvester load. So yeah, got a bit of a trip down to the sell point, but it's okay. Gives us a chance to see a bit of the map. That's a rather strange, spurious bit of pathway going off the road. Yeah, this is a good map. This is a fun map. It's good because it's got all these, you know, extra mods which really help it. But it's quite a nice map. I was saying earlier, if I had the time and capacity, I'd be quite tempted, because it's got the grapes on it as well and all this modded equipment. I'd be quite tempted to have a go, but there's too much other stuff going on. But I am trying to encourage Alexander to use it. I think it'd be a good one for him. Not too many fences to get snagged on, lots of trees to do. We're going to have a look at the forest way in a minute. Where were we going? So what we're going past? Oh, it's the biogas plant. Ooh, so we could, whoa, look at the size of those bunker silos. Wow, so here's the biogas plant. I tell you what, actually, this would make a great multiplayer map. Nice and open, scope for lots of big fields. You could, you know, probably put yourself another farm in down somewhere on the flat. So yeah, so you got your digester over there, and the digestate tank. That's all good, and it's, you know, it's not heavy on detail, but I think it's quite low on slots as well. So with all this equipment I've got, we're still only at about 1,000 slots, and I left all of the equipment that was there to start with as well. So we've got a lot of stuff on this map, and some of it's quite heavy slot count wise. Actually, we should look at some of this modded stuff and see how heavy it is on slots as well. Oh, so hang on. Sorry, we'll just take a little detour, because I think this is, oh, this is the animal dealer. Okay, may as well have a quick look while we're here. Nice. Okay. Oh, this isn't the animal dealer, this is decoration. This is the animal dealer, over here. Yeah, FS20 is always there when you can't get to it. Also, I've started playing a little bit myself recently, not that I get an awful lot of time these days to... I'm not travelling, obviously, that much at the moment, which is kind of why I got it, but just now and again if I'm sat waiting for hospital appointments or whatever else. It's a way of killing 5 minutes, and yeah, if you're away from your machine, absolutely. Helper G is blocked by an object. That'd be the harvester. Okay. Nice little twisty turny road. I mean, you could always resurface the roads if you didn't like them, those dirt tracks, you know. You got that option in N90, which is quite nice. Right, well, if that's the unload point, I've got a bit of a snag here. What we could do... Ooh, disconnect. What's disconnect? Blah, 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 blah. Detach. Anyone read that? Is that 19? Yeah. Okay. Mind you, is that actually the sell point? Because of course what we've also found, and some of the others, is that the sell point isn't actually in the building. I think this one might be. Yeah, because one of the others, there was a separate sell point around the other side. This one, it's actually in the building. Well, we can give it a go, right? I mean, you know. Oh yeah. Oh, can we get that in? Hang on, stop, stop, stop. Pipe out. Depends where the trigger is. I don't think this is going to work, is it? No. No, fine. I admit defeat. Oh well. We've seen the map, which is kind of the point. It's not like I need the money. Question's gonna get out just about. of all of the sell points to come to, with this. This wasn't the right one. Turn around. Ooh. Ooh. Now, this could be a touch optimistic. But let's see, how big is that trigger in there? And how good at off-roading is this harvester? Not that good. There's always a way. There we go. Yeah, trigger's not far enough. Oh, shame. Oh well, it was worth a try. I'm not going to make you sit and watch me. It's not like we're that desperate for the money. But there you go. Nice. Okay. So what else? Actually, while we're here, what's over this way? Yeah, hemp. I need a brewery. I want a brewery. Okay. So where are we? Oh, it's the dairy. Okay. So there you go. That's the dairy. It's a nice big structure, actually. It looks, you know, it's an industrial dairy, but you know, nonetheless, it's clearly a industrial food production space. Quite like that. And then carrying on, we've got the spinnery. And actually we've pretty much done full circuit, which is something I think I've not managed to do yet on any of these first day on the farm jobs. Yep, there you go, there's your spinnery cell point. Nice. And we're almost back at the store, which is just over here. So let's then, what should we do? Oh, that's why you're complaining. Okay, fair enough. So I get that out of the way. Worker will carry on. Yes, yes, I'm going to get in the way because I need to go forwards. There you go. Is he alright now? Yeah, he's okay. Good. So we could actually try this out. So this is the new is it 5 meter drill? You know, I can't remember. Least items. The Krone TS drill. Yeah, it is 5 meters. I thought so. 10 slots. Titch. Before you ask. Seed and fertilizer. Wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybean, oilseed radish, grass, and back to the beginning. So standard seeder. Let's see. So I've got the stuff's in a bit of chaos. I didn't do that particularly neatly, but there you go. Sorry, plough. Mind you, actually no, we should be alright if I can get away from that. Which one of these is lime? Which one is that's lime? Okay. So yeah, so we've got another saddle tractor. This one we're just using as a tractor. Got the twin wheels on it. Couple of weights in the middle to hold it nice and steady. Weight on the front. I think I put weight on the front, or I put 3-point link on. No, I've got 3-point link. Okay, let's just swivel through the trees. We'll get to our field where all the action's happening. Why not? Ah, but it's not cultivated, and I don't think this is a direct drill. But then that's okay, because we also have a ripper. You little ripper. Let's see. Is it? Was it? Is it? No. So let's go get this. Yes, I've forgotten that's just a spreader, not a... Actually, hang on. Isn't that supposed to cultivate, that thing I've got on the back of that? Oh no, that was just a spreader. My bad. fair enough. So, have I got a tractor I'm not using anywhere? Well, I suppose this one really. I only used it to bring the trailer down, it's not like I really need it here. So let's go get one of there's ploughs. We've got a little plough and a little cultivator. So you know what, actually, what we can do, I was thinking I probably wouldn't get time to demonstrate them both, but you know what? If I do this, where's one? There's the plough. There we go. There it is. Someone's finished, and that'll be the combine, which he's not, but you know what, I could probably do with it. And then actually, if we get, sort of done the wrong way around really. Not that we need to do both, actually. Oh, and I haven't got a 3-point link on the front. Okay, fine. So let's not. But we could have a quick look at this. This came out this week. New plough. It's only little, but it's quite nice. And this, the 5-blade ripper. There was another subsoiler as well that came out, but I couldn't check. I couldn't download test everything. But I'm glad we got this one, because we now need to go and get started on the field. Also, let me to. Yeah, that's the thing. What was it I said? Barley water, Missy B. We need a barley water production plant for console. Barley water, just barley, water and sugar. And yeast, obviously. That, you know, and I'm sure there's another liquid beverage, as if you get a non-liquid beverage, but you know what I mean. I'm sure there's another beverage you can get that also is made from water, barley, sugar. Right? So, you know, you could provide the water, the barley and the sugar and get a beverage out the other side. That's all I'm saying. There you go. So that's subsoiling away nicely. So let's have a quick look at those two as well. Let's see. There's the plough, the Lizard CV398H. It's only a 1.4 meter plough. It's only 5 slots. Only needs 80 horsepower. But it's, you know, if you're after a little plough, it's fine. And this is the one we're using, the 5-stem, the Lizard 5-stem subsoiler. Again, only 5 slots and needs 75 horsepower and only 1.6 meters. Actually, they work quite well, except of course with this you don't need a plough as well. So, but that's those. That's going to take a wee while to create us a 5 meter sowable area, but that's fine. In the meantime, let's get this going again, because I really want to see how much slurry there's in this thing. Cheers, Tiny. Take care of yourself. Catch up with you soon, my friend. And on and down and worker. Are we still? Yep, we are. Weird. Sorry, I'll just get out of the way. Well, exactly, Raw. A use for sugarcane. I had to. Though I say it to myself. There are, I think other people have used, one of the maps has got a custard factory on, stuff like that, where I think you can deliver sugar. Yeah, barley water, definitely the way to go. Why are we, crikey, not moving? Loud combine. You know what, if we take this down to the edge and get him going the other way. Ooh, tank is empty, worker stopped. So, although it says 0%, yeah, so that makes that, I mean obviously it needed a fix anyway, but the fact it doesn't tell you how much you've got in there means it really, really needs a fix. I had no concept of how full that was. Of course, in the interest of just getting it done, we can, because I'd forgotten about this until it started doing it yesterday, do that. Oh, cool. And there we go. That'll cost me an absolute fortune, but fine. It's all good. Yeah, let's hope so. Get well soon, Tiny. Oh. Right, has he done enough that we can get seed in? It's a funny looking thing, this, isn't it? But it's quite cool. There was one thing I wanted, there was a reason I bought this one. There was one thing I wanted to test with it actually, so if we get a chance, maybe we'll do that. Right, so I fold it out, close the cover. Graphics looked a bit odd from a distance, but actually they're not too bad. Textures seem a little bit not quite right, but eh. Right, let's not be too close to where Mr. Worker is, so let's get him go first. God, the size of this tractor compared to that. Wow. And we are seeding. Cracking job, of course. This is the best way to do it, because doing it this way, we've slurried, we're now fertilising as we seed, and we'll get our 2 levels of fertilisation. I think these wheels look fantastic. And there's twin narrows as well, which also look really good. Yeah, it's a shame about the issues with the add-ons for the back, but it's otherwise as a tractor I think it's brilliant. I really do. Light it up like a Christmas tree. It'll get fixed. Yeah, yeah, the seeder, yeah, it does a little bit. That's what I was thinking. Shame really, because it's quite a nice little seeder at 5 metre width. It's pretty good. Right, let's leave it out the way and wait for the worker to carry on. Not that it matters that much. In fact, actually, let's leave that there, because there's clearly no point in worrying overly. Our harvester's stopped again. Mind you, to be honest, it doesn't matter that much. We've answered the question about the slurry. Yes, soon indeed. Let's hope so, Raw. The one thing I did want to do, so we got a couple of grass, and unfortunately I did try this. I was hopeful that this sort of topper that we've got, brush cutter, whatever you want to call it, I'd call it a topper. It's very similar to one I've actually used in real life. Sadly it doesn't work forwards, which is a bit of a shame, because I was kind of hoping to be able to use it as a front mounted mower, but it doesn't. But anyway, so we've got a couple of mowers this week. So there's that one. So we'll just give that a quick go. I had to buy this patch of land to put the silo on. The Lizard MR. Take a quick look in store. Where were we? Oh goodness, what a lot of stuff. Here we go, the Lizard MR, 7 slots. Ooh. I suppose. How wide is it? 3.2 meters. It's not huge. 80 horsepower though, so you've got a little tractor. It's a bit overkill with this tractor, but got yourself a wee tractor to put it on. It's fine. Oh, it did cut. Really? That's odd. I tried that earlier. It didn't work. Oh. What I also find a bit weird with this is it leaves a space for the tank to go on the back, so even if you don't have the tank on, there's a gap between whatever you've got on the back. It's getting a little bit late in the afternoon, so the shadows are starting to come in. But wow, it's a topper for cutting your pasture land, keeping it not too long. Nice nutritious young grass for the animals. Cuts the grass really, doesn't it? It's a little bit different. So let's give that a go then, because I tried it earlier and it didn't do anything, and it didn't look like it was doing it just now, but let's give it a go. So let's see, because that would perfectly complement this. So we had a new set of Pöttinger rear mowers this week. This is the biggest of them. which is not saying much. So this is the 350, which is 3.5 meters. There's a 305, which is 3 meters, presumably 3.05 meters, and a 265, which is strangely enough 2.6 meters. 50, 60, and 70 horsepower. 8 slots apiece. Nice. There's some nice options on them actually. You can change the texture, just slightly changes the shading on the yellow as to what it's made of, whether you have it rubber or plastic. I can't remember which I went for, to be honest. So there's a few different options just to add to it a little bit. Right, let's give this a go. Technically it shouldn't be a front, but let's give it a try. Lower it on, put it down, lower it on, put it down. Whoa, that makes some noise, crikey. Now then, do we get a gap? We don't. It does work going forwards. Oh, there you go. It's slightly cheaty, because you wouldn't. I mean, it's a topper at the end of the day. I don't think you'd really run it on the front of a machine, but you can if you want to. Nice. We own all of this grassland, so we can do what we like. Ooh, that Pöttinger's a bit loud. And let's just double check that that is because that one's cutting. Yeah, it is. It's funny. I'm sure I tried that and it didn't work. I mean, yes, in theory it should need a PTO, and there isn't one on the front of the tractor. In fact, the PTO is not even connected up. That's a very loud mower. Well, that's actually not a bad little setup we stumbled across. I mean, clearly the tractor's still a little bit overkill. Just to unfold it first. Am I going to get in the way and hit that building? No. There we go. So there we go. Our two little mowers. And now our windrower that came out yesterday, I think it was. The Krone Swadro 900. Ooh, that's a bit trigger happy on the old turning. On reverse. There we go. And it windrows. It's quite nice. It's a 9 metre, I think it was, if I remember rightly. We'll take a quick look in a second. Leaving a right mess on the road. Oh, missed a bit. Nice. Okay. Good. So the one thing I was going to check, actually, that was a comment I saw on... let's fold that away. Actually, we could start returning some of this stuff, couldn't we? Yeah, so the other point of this is that tank there, which is the one that there's been some problems with, so we can have a little chat about that actually for a minute. So if I just bring that here a minute, we'll just modify it. I bought this one specifically so I could play around with it. So we'll change the wheel setup to normals for a minute. Take the weight off. We could put weight on the front, so the front weight front attach, it doesn't particularly matter. Otherwise it's all fine. May as well take those off. Right, customize. Okay. I know I did a jump. I was very excited. So yeah, so one of the tanks that comes with this is this expansion tank, I suppose you'd call it, you know, for extra seed, extra fertilizer and lime, with the great idea being you could put fertilizer in it and then put a fertilizer spreader on the back of the on the 3-point link at the back or whatever. The slight snag being can't seem to fill it up. So I've tried it from the Buy Anything silo, and I got nothing. If I close the cover, still nothing. Bit of a snag. I've tried filling it up from standard pallets sitting on the ground. I haven't yet tried it. Maybe if we get time we might do. I haven't yet tried it on a telehandler to see if it'll fill that way. I suppose we could do that actually, couldn't we? Let's see. Let's get telehandler very quickly. This is kind of why we're doing this stuff. I've only got standard stuff. I forgot I was going to put the CSF pack or the bag lifter or something on it. Actually, no, I've got a little bit of fertilizer left, haven't I? So that'll do us. It doesn't really matter. Or we could even just. I've got some lime there. We could put the lime in it. A few other bits to look at actually, if we get the chance. Of course, I've nudged my lime palette, so that's not going to be easy, is it really? I'm going to leave the menu on for a minute. Let's see if I can. Beautiful. Such is the advantage of a telehandler. Right. Oh, I'm kind of coming from the wrong side. Not that matters particularly, but let's just swing it round. Ooh, check it. There you go, Raw. You can live happily ever after. Now, what of course it won't tell us is how much is in there. We're at that point. My battery's died. Sorry folks, changing my headphones. Right. So let's just come out of that. And come in here. Oh my goodness me, and it actually shows it too. Result. Ooh, now I'm curious. So now we've persuaded it to have some lime. Will it take more? And what if there's never, it just goes to show you this game, there's a never ending, you know, stuff to do. Let's just take a small one for now. Standard in game, base level. I know I bought it, but no mind, doesn't matter. Money is no object. I forgot to get rid of the government subsidy sign. So we have a lot more funds than I expected, but I wonder now. Right, so I'm going to lift that up out the way, and I'm going to take it right out the way, and I'm going to drop it off. And now if I open the cover and bring it forward, will it let me load from the ground? No, it won't. Still not. Still no option. I'm still clicking away. Nothing. I just wondered, now it had got the stuff in it, if it might just go, oh, I remember, that's what I'm supposed to do, but no, apparently it doesn't remember. Whoopsie, sorry, beg your pardon. Right, so let's have that then. We can close that. Ooh, close that. No, that one. See, it's getting a bit confusing. Now let me just check. I opened that cover. No, still no load option. Right, that cover's now open. Bring it forward. and I still don't get a load option. Ooh. Now that's interesting, because that's not right. It's a tractor thing. It's not the back, it's the tractor. Must be, surely, right? That's really weird. But why would I not be able to load? Oh well, fine. I mean, okay, doesn't really matter, does it? But why would I not be able to load? I did just buy lime, didn't I? Have I just been stupid and bought fertilizer or something? No, I did buy lime. Okay, I'm just checking I'm not going crazy. Actually, yeah, we could try the silo again, couldn't we? Now it's got lime in it, but I'd be sceptical as to whether or not it will work. But we could certainly, should be able to use, surely, the buy anything silo with. Can't see too far away. With the implement on the back. Otherwise, that would just be weird, right? And that would just be odd. Oh look! Oh, ooh, ow! Flip off. Yeah, flip off. What I could do, actually, to make life a bit easier, let's return some of this stuff. So we used that. That was good. We used that. That was good. We've used that. That was cool. We didn't use that, but we can't. But we've seen it. Oh, it's still in the thing. Fine. Be like that. We have used that. That was the that's the modded planter for grapes. We haven't used that, but we've had a good look at it. We have used that. I'm going to have to return the harvester in a minute with all of those grapes in it. Well, I won't. Oh no, fine. Okay. Haven't looked at that yet, so let's look at that. We'll sell those grapes in a second. Right, okay, fine. So that's cleared the decks a wee bit. Sorry, bear with me a second. I'm just going to change my audio settings. That's better. Right. So let's do that. Cheers, Zeke. Catch you later. Have a good day, my friend. Right. So let's try that again, shall we? Don't be awkward. Fine, have it your way. Be awkward. Oh wow, it really is being awkward. Oh, base game pallet forks. Seriously, I did forget. I was going to add the CSZ pack and forgot. Right, we're in. We're in. We're on. Now, interesting. It's too far away from the ground. That's why. If I lower that pallet, it goes, oh no, there's nothing there, and it closes again. Okay, experiment, experiment, experiment. Right, sit there. It's all about testing, guys. This is what this is about. Have I got refill option? I do. Refill the TX118. Boom. So that's the issue. So it's not an issue with the tank as such. It's just too high off the ground. So if I take that away now, it's going to go, oh, there's nothing there, and I'll close. There you go. Right, but I should now be able to fill this too. Ooh. Why can't... Oh, you idiot. You idiot. Because the base game one doesn't take... Oh, for crying out loud. Doesn't take lime, does it? You wally. Right, fine, we'll lease that then. We'll go back to the garage. Sorry, that's my mistake entirely. I'm just going to drop that off speed. I'm going to drop that off and I'm going to sell it straight away. Oh, chickens. I was going to do chickens and I forgot. Never mind. Right, that's gone. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't work with the buy anything. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, refill fertilizer spreader. So good. So there we go. So that is working. But that's why it's just too high. So now we know. But yeah, why doesn't it work with the buy anything? Very good question. So let's just nip back to least items. I just want to start clearing up a little bit, heading towards the end of the stream, and I may as well just start tidying up a little bit as we go along. Of course, I have just realised I could actually have kept that out because I might need it in a minute, but never mind. So I'm curious though, and again, sorry for leaving the. It's a good setup, this though, actually. Curiouser and curiouser. Open the cover. Will it let me fill it? No. So it still won't work with the buy anything silo. This, of course, just to prove it, should. Yeah. Okay, fine. All right. So I just need a field that needs lime. Let's go try it out, because what I want to do is see what happens when and if. Now the slight problem is that I can't change how I see which fields do or don't need lime. I switched it off. Let's go to field 9. I switched it off because I wanted to check fertilization levels, and because the map's not loaded correctly, I can't switch it back on. Try a ramp. Ooh, try a ramp. I haven't got one installed, unfortunately. I suppose I could put it on the back of the low loader. But right, so let's take that off. We'll head up to field 9 and let's put some line down. It should need it, so it should be fine. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so, because I've tried it all this way and that way. I don't know. We could try it again in a minute. But what I want to do first is I want to see what happens when the lime spreader runs out. Now it's seeing it as one lot of lime, right? So my guess would be it'll just use the lot straight off. But I want to check. It'd be a bit pointless if it didn't, to be fair, because what's the point of a refill tank if it won't refill automatically? But I'm just curious. It's not without its problems, as we can tell. Though, to be fair, one of those perhaps, you know, is just a question of how you use it, not an issue with it as such. And there's a reason for that. That it wouldn't be the first modding game that's too high off the ground to be refilled from pallets sitting on the ground. I've had similar problems with the Horsch, what's it called, the Pronto, for example, right? Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Might have overdone how much lime I put in it. Let's leave a worker with it and see how he does. Ooh, workers completed their task. I'm sorry, what? Do you really think so? No. Fine, good. Leave worker to it. Wow, that may be a small subsoiler, but he's doing a grand job with it. Look at that. Oh, look, we've had a collision. You know what? It's fine. So we have proved anyway, that was one of the tests, that although this doesn't show, so that still needs a fix, right? Fill that up, it still shows 0%, but it's not infinite. It does actually empty. That's full anyway, so we'll say thank you very much, Mr. Worker, you are done. If I can get the thing right, no, switch that off, close that. Nice little header, if a little noisy. Okay, so then on that basis, how's he doing? Okay, fine. I think I've got too much line. While we're waiting, let's take a little nip over to the forestry area, explore the map a little bit. Which way are we going? Going the right way? We'll just plough through some hedges in our little Segway. nice to have a little electric vehicle in the game, nice and quiet, cruising around the countryside, get a bit of fresh air. To be fair, it's not the quickest way to get around the countryside, but it's fine. So we'll head just a little bit south of Johnson Supply. Of course, the interesting thing is technically it's electric, I'm assuming, right, because there's nowhere to put a battery, but it will run out of fuel because we don't in-game have the yet capacity to recharge electrics, or maybe it doesn't run out of fuel. That would be another interesting little thing to test, but I'm not going to drive this far enough now that we can see if the battery runs flat. So let's come over to the little creek that runs between, or river runs between Forest Island and the rest of the valley. I suppose I better take time down a little bit before it gets too dark. So it's getting a bit dark here as well. Could do with someone to put the light on. I think everybody's gone out. Still, this it's nice and quiet. Oh, okay. This is a bumpy bridge. Clearly not the thing for a Segway. Okay, it's a bit smoother on the edge. I can't get to the edge. Can I get on the edge and stay there? Right, note to self. Bumpy wooden bridges, not good on a Segway. I tell you what, that's a bit tricky with a steering wheel. We'll just bounce around a little. Oh my, oh no, oh no, we've had an accident now, I'm going to fall out. Oh, whatever, we're nearly there. Okay, Segways, only for smooth surfaces, thank you very much. So here's your forest, and crikey, if you like your forestry, this is the place to be. Oh, look, nice. Nice touch, loose bits of wood. Split stump, that's a placeable from one of the placeable mods, I can't remember which mod sets. But lots of trees in different sizes. Plenty of trees if you like your forests. Wowzers, let's just take a quick walk over to the sawmill through the woodland. It's a little bit bare, I suppose. I mean, there's little undergrowth or anything like that, but you know what, again, like the rest, it's simple, it's sort of clean, if you like, and it's a little more fun rather than being a serious, detailed, you know. And they're the normal maps I kind of play on, so I'm not in any way criticising them. I just think it's just a bit of a change, isn't it? Here's a sawmill, very nice. Wood chip, log sell point, I think, yep, is here. I'm trying to think. I'm assuming this is probably the one off Ravenport. Most of the other placeables are from Ravenport. Fill up blocks of wood. Oh, some wood floating on the water. So you've got a sort of mill pond type thing going on. I don't know, I'm assuming it's not functional, but it looks good. Though having a group of logs set like that is a bit weird, but nonetheless. Great views across the Blue Mountain. Can't quite tell what that is over there in the water in the distance, but there you go. Very nice. So yeah, if you like forestry, crikey, you're not short. Right, so no, that wasn't a big enough field. Oh look, the vines are growing. Oh, how cool. Some of the vines are growing. Oh, some of them it didn't actually plant properly. That's a bit strange. Oh well, the vines are growing. Anyway, so the vines must need lime. So let's lime the vines. Well, whatever, then I'll do it. Right, we'll stick around. Just give the grapevines a bit of a dusting. Probably wrecking them completely. I suppose they're only in their first growth stage, so we should be right. Just want to get down. I can't remember how much I put in the thing itself. Yeah, so the planting's a little bit random. So there's a couple of strips there, it's basically not planted anything at all. There's a couple of strips over here where it's only planted here and there. A couple of more strips up there where it's, or maybe they're just not growing yet, but they don't appear to have anything in them at all, which seems a bit weird. So is that the sheep in front of us? It certainly looks like it. Or is that the horse paddock? Oh no, I think that's the horse paddock actually. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chickens. Yeah, exactly. We'll just wreck them, it's fine. But there you go, answers the question. Spread at the back is empty, it's carrying on liming, it works nicely. Tested. We're just trying to reduce the acidity of the resulting wine. There you go, we're out. So there you go, yes it works. Yes, it will continue from one to the other. Thank you very much, test done. You can rest easy in your bed, raw. You may now use your saddle Trac. It works. And actually it's a great tractor. I actually really like it just as a tractor. It looks a bit odd from the front, but it's a fantastic machine. Right, great. Okay, so yeah, this is the horses. I did want a quick look at the chickens actually, so let's just have a quick run around the yard a bit. We haven't really looked yet. Yep, exactly. You'll just need to manually load. You'll just need a front loader if it's high enough, but certainly a telehandler will do it fine. This is the cows. Saw this earlier. Had a little walk around it. There's the crush to get the animals in and out. Nice little broken down shed there. It's a nice yard actually. Multi-level, lots of space. I'd guess that's the milk, but I'm only guessing. I haven't really had time to do animals this time round. A couple of quite decent sized bunker silos. Yeah, I'd be tempted to play this map a bit more. Really would. Junk next to the shed, fine. Where were the chickens? Over here. Hang on, what? Chickens. There we go. Tag. We could just jump to it, but no, let's explore. Water tank. There's a few of those dotted around the place. Now that is a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. And whilst clearly you should use the Missy B storage racks, other storage racks are available. And you can go in there if you want, but you can't close the door. It's a bit open, isn't it really? Ah yeah, so chickens. But yes, you're right, put them up high somewhere. Storage racks. The storage racks on Alien Gym's Mercury Farm silo, any of those, yeah, would improve the height, should do the job. Good call. Ah yes, that was what I'm checking. So you start with 4 of these. So rather like there's a mod of these, obviously. So this is nice. So we haven't had time to do chickens, but if you got chickens, your boxes should appear in there, and you've got 4 of those pallets straight off. And I think, I'm assuming you can buy more. I haven't checked. Ooh. Oh no, what am I doing? They'll be out of pallets. Yep, egg pallet. So you can buy more of those. So that's cool. There are your grape pallets for your saplings. White and red. Ooh, four slots each. Crikey. I've got one because I've got 2 because I've got one partially used and one out. The one not partially used has probably disappeared. But yeah, so you can get one of those egg pallets should you wish. I'm assuming that's the buy trigger. I have to say I haven't really yet. So yeah, we won't spend hours doing all the animals, but that again looks like base game to me. Thanks, Raw. We've already covered it. There's quite a delay. Right, so what else we got? So he's cracking on. So we could start returning some of this equipment really, and then we'll go back to the store and see what else we have to look at. So we can return that now. Successfully tested and found working. Can return that. Didn't have a chance to play with that anymore, but that's a great little mod. We can return that. We're now not using it. Should allow us to. We can return that. Thank you very much. Can return that. That does need a fix. Can return that, of course. That's fine. We can return that. We're not using it at the moment. We are using that. We don't have to. That's what I used to plant my potatoes earlier. That's what we used on the forage harvester. That's what we used. That's the modded thing we used on the harvester. We could go sell some grapes. Actually, let's do that. That was full, so that's a bit of a shame, but there you go. That was fine until we tried to go across a wooden bridge. That was great. We used that. That sadly is full of 113,000 litres of potatoes, but it's not like I need the money. That we've done with. That we've done with. That'll do. That we've done with. That we've done with. And that's this one. What we got in owned items? Is there stuff that I've bought that's sitting in here? Yes, just that one tractor. Anything else that I bought? Nope. Okay, good. Right, so a quick spin down, wrecking my vines again. Run very quickly back down to the store. The coin must have been going for a couple of hours, but nearly done. What have I left out? Oh, that's the John Deere. That's the that was with the farm, so that's fine. We'll keep that. I want to work back down to here's all the starting equipment and nothing else. To be honest, I'm actually not that sure that I need this for anything, but let's see. Just break through to the store. There we go. So a couple of things we haven't looked at yet. Is this? The new sort of baby case. Wheel loader. 95,000, quite cheap. 170 horsepower, not bad either. Not bad at all. If you go into garage, leased items, it is 11 slots. Not crazy. Quite nice inside. Curious, we pick up that with it. I'm just messing about now, really. Nah. Okay. It's a wheel loader, but it's quite nice, a bit different, a bit smaller, and cheaper. Bonus. Right, actually, so let's have a quick look at this trailer. This is the thing I nearly didn't use, but I mean, it's just a little diddy trailer. The wheels are quite cool. It's just a little trailer, isn't it? I suppose you could see it in action. Oh, I forgot to test the thing I was going to test. Oh well. The one thing about the saddle track is that, of course, to put the backs on, which I've now got rid of, so it's a bit late. You can't have anything other than standard, or you can get away with it with wider wheels, but you can't have twins. You can't have narrow twins. But I did read a comment on one of Mr. CDP's videos that you can put your back on, take it over to the modification point, and then change. Once you've got the back on, then change the tyres. But you would then have to change the tyres every time you want to change the back, if you see what I mean. So it's a way around it, but it's a bit faffy. Yeah, that clearly the tractor's far too big for that trailer, but it won't let me tip. But never mind. Oh, I do have access to this land over here though, so we could. I just want to see how it tips. Right, sound effects. Oh, it just does that. It just tips. Perfect for your egg pallets if you can get them in there. I suppose if you had the bag lifter, that would work. Now, the next things, which I've come to the end of the second one, and I haven't even looked at them yet. I'm not sure. So these are kind of weird. They come under animals, but I don't know whether they are front loader, wheel loader, telehandler. I don't know what they attach to. But you know what? We've got a wheel loader here. So let's try it. It doesn't say, there's no option for changing them. Just no. That would be a no then. Okay, so that kind of answers that first question anyway. So let's, again, we'll tidy up. Turn that. Turn that. I'll stop that work in a minute. We'll return that as well. We can return that now too. There you go. Right. So rather than getting a separate tractor and front loader forks and blah blah, let's just try it with this. I'm assuming it'll work with this. Whether it'll go on telehandler, I don't know. I say there's no options on any of them to change what they will attach to. So this one here, ooh, it doesn't fit. Eh? Eh? So it does kind of look like a telehandler fitting, doesn't it? Interesting. So maybe we do need a telehandler. Let's have a look. Just check with this one as well. I'm sure. Yeah, don't know. Does it say actually? Am I being a bit dense? Maybe it says in store what they'll actually attach to. It's under animals. No. Interesting. Okay. Anyone use these yet? Any got bright ideas? Let's get a telehandler. That's a bit annoying. I've already returned one. Oh well. Let's use that Massey this time instead, just for a change. Fine. Simples. Oh, I haven't used this for a while. Where did I use this? That was probably on Marwell Manor, and I'm thinking about going back to Marwell Manor. I've started watching my own series on it recently because I really enjoyed it. There we go. Right, telehandler it is. Now, we'll come back to that in a second. Ah, that is the auto load one. Okay, so that answers one question. I was going to say one of these is auto load, one isn't, and I wasn't sure which was which. So we could also, let's buy ourselves a couple of bales. Both square. Ooh. Oh god, I can't remember if I got a square one or a round one. Hey Braden, how you doing? So let's just come out. So this is a baby, and I mean baby, food mixer. It is tiny. Right, let's just open up. There we go. Right. Start filling. Straw, silage, hay. Could put TMR straight into it. This is going to be quick. Oh, this may or may not work. Hay. Oh, check it. Nice. I keep pressing the wrong button. I don't know why I keep doing that. There we go. Mixed. Awesome. Close it. Lift it up. Oh, nice. And you don't have to do that. You can do that to scoop up the stuff, actually. But to unload, let's do that. And deliver it nicely to your animals. All lovely. I kind of like that, it's kind of fun. So that's that. So yeah, you can tip it forward to scoop the stuff out, or you can obviously fill it any other way you like. I was a bit worried it might be too small. You certainly couldn't use it with bales. Yeah, not bad, thanks Braden. Sorry mate. Right. So, last couple of quick things, then we'll go sell grapes, and then I think we'll call it. Sorry Braden, you caught me at the end. Right. Excellent. I have no idea. Okay, so let me just check. If I come in here. So, that was the Hydropail. Oh no, that was the BMV33 we just used. So there is no option. Right, okay. So I think you can take it with round and square bales and you can't change it. So presumably either will take either, if you see what I mean. So yeah, so you can either get it with short extension or with door. I missed that before. Okay, so you can have short extension, long extension, or with door. And there's an auto load version which I think is just long or short. So here we have the lot. Actually, I don't know which one I got which. Anyway, so let's get a couple of bales. We'll get 2 of them, and we'll get 2 of them because I'm curious. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, sure. Right. You first need to fill the tool. Okay. This will be interesting, trying to dissect a couple of bales. Seriously, behave. Can't be done. Got it, got it, got it. No, not got it, not got it, not got it, not got it. Hurrah. It's not going to work. Yeah, this could be tricky. I think you'd probably have to manually load. But that's fine. Doesn't particularly matter. But anyway, I mean, it's a straw bale. You just need to put your bale in it and away you go. I hadn't realised actually on this one there was one with a door, so that would be quite a useful thing to do. But what we can also did a wee video very hang on, what trailer? Well. Problematic line. Trailer for the new tractor can be filled up using the fill trigger belt. The trailer for the new tractor. Oh, for the saddle track. The trailer, so you mean the container. Ah, fill trigger belt. Good call. Like it. Good call. Good idea. Right. Operating position. Okay. 4. Right. So the fill trigger, although it says full, it says bale not supported. Right. So the auto load apparently doesn't take round bales. It does, however, take square bales. Slightly weirdly, they both disappeared. I can only see one of them, and it says grass. Now I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that I bought straw bales. Sure looks like a straw bale to me. Anyway, now I think if I am correct, it's not actually let me do anything, which I find a bit weird. So I can't adjust the bale. I've actually lost all my options. Hey, that's a bit weird. Interesting. Right, so it won't let me unload, which I suppose is not that surprising, but I've also lost all my options. That's the second time today that's happened. But I can't see my options. I think I fixed it last time by coming out and going back in, so let's try that. Switch it off. I also now can't get out of the... Ooh, this has gone really weird. Okay, this has basically gone really weird. And it is without a doubt the thing. There's something slightly freaky about this auto load one. I can't switch it off. Now I've got it, and now it's still saying I don't have access to that land, despite the fact I'm on land that I own. And if I jump out, I actually can't move. That's me jumped out. I'm trying to move my stick to get away from it, and it won't let me. That's buggy. That is buggy. Oh, you had to restart the game? Ugh. Not good. Yeah, that needs a fix. Well, there's only one way. That's a shame, that, because I was looking forward to trying that out. There's only one way I know to fix that, and that will be... Nope. To detach it. Get away. Get away. Come on. Wait. Oh, I can't move. I really actually... Yeah, I actually can't move. Oh, it's broke my game. Okay, let's try and get rid of it. Oh god, don't tell me I've got to restart. Oh, that's annoying, because I wanted to sell my grapes.
Actually, it might...
Let's return that.
It might be because you have so many things.
No, I haven't got that many things. Let's return it, see what happens. Let's return that, because I don't need it anymore. No, game's broke. It broke my game, folks. Ooh, not to mention, it's still there. And I don't have it. I don't have it. It's still there. Oh, well, that's rather disappointing. Right, actually, I'm going to sell that. And I'm going to sell that. Oh, it's not even letting me sell stuff. Look, it's still there. All the stuff is still there. Except the stuff that's leased that I've returned isn't still there. But that is. It's broke. Sorry, folks. Hang on, if I come out. All of the stuff that I've just sold is still there. It's basically broken my game. Yep, that's it. We had it. Oh well. Well, that's slightly disappointing. Okay, so we'll do a bit of a calculation-y thing, because what I was going to do next, not only was I going to sell the grapes, but actually I was going to go through. Will it let me return that? No, because it's in use. So how many slots is that? So that's 5 slots. So we're down to 648. We pretty much got rid of all of the equipment that we bought, so it's not going to be quite as accurate as I'd hoped, and I'm not going to be able to sell the grapes. Which shame. I haven't saved the game, so it doesn't matter. I'll just come out and do some of this stuff again. So we'll get rid of that. Down to 621. Go back to leased items. Oh, my grapes. Return that, down to 618, so that would lose us, we'd be down to 613, so roughly ishified 613, bearing in mind that I can't sell my placeables.
It's not saying.
Because it just won't do it. Just check again. Oh no, they've gone. Are they gone? No, they haven't. So if I try and sell that, no, I just can't sell those placeables. It's saying it's been sold. Ooh, there's interesting. Awesome. So every time I sell it, I get the money for it.
Oh, that just gives you a lot of money.
Not that matters because I'm not saving it, but every time I sell that, it gives me the money, but doesn't actually sell it. That's quite funny. Anyway, never mind. So
that's one way to get money. There's
roughly ishified. You're going to start. So the map starts about 600 slots with all of this stuff. I don't even know if I'm not going to be able to sell this now, which is a shame, because what I was going to do next was sell all of this stuff and figure out how many a base map would be if I sold all the equipment, which I can't, which is a bit of a shame because I'd set out specifically to be able to do that. But that, yeah, so I like the Robert things, but stay away at this point in time, or at least don't use the auto load one, because that's a real shame. But that's broked. So apparently,
broke isn't a word.
Shut up, Alexander. Apparently, if you come out and come back in, it might fix it, but for right now, it's not working. So, unfortunately, folks, and even that I sold a minute ago, and it's still there. And in theory, I shouldn't be able to sell it because the engine's running. Unfortunately, rather disappointingly, I can't even close my menu. It has actually broken the game. Hey Spartan, you just joined just as I'm about to finish and give up because it's broken my game. But good to see you. Thanks for coming and saying hello. Yeah, I can't. Oh, actually, the map has now gone. I still can't close the menu. In fact, the menu's not in the right position. Can any of my vehicles? No, it's well broke. I can't even start. Oh, even my grape trailers that I just returned are both still there.
Well, that's good.
Ooh, a note. Both saying to grass, as if they were the bale thing that just picked up 2 bales, of which only one is visible, which are actually made out of straw. So we're starting to see some very, very strange things. Yep, this is very odd. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's fine. Oh, look, and it's even so. Even the cultivators stopped cultivating. The whole game is frozen in time. Actually, so the worker's still working, but the cultivator has stopped cultivating.
I mean, you can see it looks like it is, but it's not.
And if you look at the bottom, hey, this is really interesting. If you look at the bottom, there's no speedo, there's no speed, there's no time used, there's no cruise control speed, and apparently it is full of fuel and needs no servicing, which is clearly not right. Yep, I think it's broke, folks. So I'm sad to say that I'm going to have to leave it there. So as you're here, Spartan, and as you raise it, saddle track not as bad as first thought. So interestingly enough, the reason you can't load it with pallets is it's too high from the ground. You can manually load the pallets using I used a telehandler. A front loader, if your tractor's big enough, might work. As a tractor, it works fine. With the so that's for the fertilizer expansion tank. With the slurry tank, it does fill and it does empty. It just doesn't show how much. So we did manage to use whatever I'd put in it, and it stopped. As a tractor, it actually works really well. There's of course the slight snag that if you have twin wheels or twin narrows, it actually can't take any of the backs. But apparently you can change that by modifying it afterwards if you want to. But the fertilizer expansion tank does actually work. It's just too high off the ground. Yep, Titcher's tested it with the belt systems and it works with that too. So it's just too high. The only thing is it doesn't work with the modded fill silo, that's all. Yeah, Titcher's tested it and it works with the fill trigger belt. So it's not as bad as we thought, but it does need fixing. The issue that Mr. CLP experienced when he put the slurry tank on the back, that it suddenly crawled along at 4 miles an hour, I haven't seen that. It works fine for me. So it's not as bad. I think it does need some work. Clearly the slurry tank does, but it's not as bad as we thought. Yeah, it just needs tweaks. Exactly, that's right. No, it won't have done. It's fine. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, folks. We're not going to quite finish how I wanted to. We can't sell the grapes, but we've had fun on this map. I kind of like it. It's just a shame it was broken by that one mod. Other than that, it's been good. But that's it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed our little exploration, last couple of hours of exploring Blue Mountain and seeing what we can do using some of its fabulous built-in mods. What mod broke it was the... hang on. This one. This broke it. This thing that apparently has 2 grass bales in. Note the straw bale hovering over the top. I now can't do anything. I can't get out. I can't sell anything. Well, I have managed to sell things, but they don't go away. And the worker has stopped cultivating, despite the fact he's still cultivating. Yeah, the Robert thing, exactly. So all a bit odd. But hopefully, I haven't saved the game, so hopefully it'll reload fine when I save it, because when I come back into it, and we can do all that again. Which I might do, because I'm quite tempted to play a little bit more on this map. I like the grapes, I like the potato harvester, I like the forage harvester, though there's ways around that already, as we've talked about. But yeah, there's some cool stuff in this map. It's quite fun.
If there's one way to
Yeah, indeed. Well, it's a bit of a shame because I think actually having an auto load straw below is pretty cool. It's a bit of a pity, but hopefully it'll get fixed. But that's it, folks. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've all had fun. No, because I wasn't on a grass area when I loaded it. I was at the store. I only took it to the grass area to try and unload it because it kept saying I don't own the land, but of course I own the grass. So no, that's not it. It already said that before I moved there. Bit weird, but yeah, if I get a chance I'll watch a bit. Spartan, I've got to get some stuff ready so I can put that on for half an hour. Good idea. But there you go. Thanks, folks. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all in the chat. Very much appreciated. Really enjoyed it. And channel's a bit slow, so spread the word. I'd massively appreciate it. Trying to build it up again. It's dropped off, which is getting a little bit dispiriting. What, Alexander?
Usually when you're on the cultivator going over like,
yes, I know.
stuff,
I know.
it usually disappears.
I know. Yeah, cheers everybody, and I'll catch you all soon. Thanks everybody for watching later. Likes and subscriptions very much appreciated, and yeah, I hope you found it a bit useful. I actually rather like it. It's fun. May do a little bit more on it. Catch you all soon. Cheers for now. Bye. Take care of yourselves.